Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Ride Mechanic channel. How the heck are you doing today? Alright, this is part number 2. It's actually 2 days at Disneyland, a day and a half. I hope you enjoyed this video. We enjoyed the vacation. Thanks so much for watching. Let's get right into this 1.5 day video at the Disneyland Resort in Southern California.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Good morning, everybody. It's day number 2. Today we're going to be at Disneyland all day, which I'm excited about. I know the family's excited about it. I'm down here. We're waiting for the bagel place to open at the Disneyland Hotel. If you haven't ever been outside Disneyland early in the morning, you owe it to yourself to go walk around for a bit. It's 5:30 in the morning now because I'm on Central Time. You know, I normally wake up at 4:30 Central, which is 2:30 here. So I've slept in a lot already. But it's so nice, and they do such a good job on the scenery here. You do really owe it to yourself just to get up and walk around every once in a while early in the morning before the rest of the park gets up and starts getting there and before the music gets too loud. Just some nice quiet time to go out and relax. Maybe take a casual stroll. Doesn't help. It helps also to burn off some of the calories you keep eating when you come on these trips. I know we hit 20,000 steps yesterday, which is not bad for 3/4 of a day. Normally we do about 24,000 at Disneyland, which some people say that's a lot. We're just like, oh, that's normal. About 24,000 steps, not a big deal. But it's important to make sure you stretch in the morning time too, along with hydrate. Hydrate and stretching. Muscle cramps are no fun. All right, see you in the park. Okay. We're in the park for the day here at Disneyland. We're going to go off. First thing, we're going to rope drop here at the edge of Main Street, and we're going to head to Space Mountain for the day. So, well, not for the day. First ride. Hope to get on Tiana's Bayou Adventure to film some good breakdown stuff. That'll be fun. And then we'll see what happens the rest of the day. All right. There's Mrs. the Ride Mechanic and daughter for the day. There's son. Disneyland, although it's not officially the 70th till literally Friday. Missed it by that much, but that's okay. It's already decorated. So that's nice. So we get to see everything. Not before everybody. I mean, we get to see stuff before other people do. You know, it's not the official kickoff. There is a fireworks show tonight. Don't know if my phone's battery will last till then. We'll find out.
It didn't last long last night.
Yeah. Oh, it was a nice show last night. We saw it from the hotel room, but the battery was dead. There's the castle. For those not used to going to Disneyland, it's a very small castle. Smaller than Disney World's. Definitely not the size of Disney World's. No. This one's much smaller. It's the best small castle I know. There's no other smaller castles better than this one. I'm here at the Coke Corner on the corner of Main Street here. So one of the fun facts here is that Disney allowed one imperfection. It's these lights that can go around top here. He allowed these lights to be, see how they're red, yellow, or red, white. And then there's an odd number. So we got to here, and there's a 50-50 light bulb. And that's the one imperfection Disney allowed from the start. Here we are before rope drop. If anyone ever wants to know where the power for this area is fed from, there's a substation underneath the partnership statue of all places. That actually, from what I'm told by people that used to work here, raises up, and there's electrical substation underneath that statue. Slight detour. Went to Star Tours instead. It's been fun. Love the smell of hydraulic fluid in the morning. It's great. We got done with Star Tours. We're going to Space Mountain next, but it turns out that they're down right now. So we're going to go on to something else. The Star Tours is a good little thing, like right before you go buy Star Wars merchandise. Outside of that, I think that ride's done.
That ride, every time I ride it, just makes me feel like I don't watch enough Star Wars. I had no clue what was going on that entire time. There was no Darth Vader. There was no Kylo Ren. No, what's that one dude? That Skywalker guy. There's Chewbacca and C-3PO. That's about it. R2-D2. That's all I know.
I would say these days it's very underwhelming, even with all the revamps they've done to it. So I think it's time for that to go do something else. Maybe they could, maybe we could bring back rocket rods, huh? No, I know everyone's like, no, but the people mover. I know we should really bring back the people mover, but I'm told the structure overhead is damaged beyond repair to put something back on it like that from rocket rods. I don't, yeah, from rocket rods, but who knows? We're heading over to the Haunted Mansion. Love this part of the park. Yeah, it smells like onions. I like that. It's like sauteed onions. It smells really good. There's the POTC, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yep, when you're with me, I almost abbreviate everything. This is the ridiculousness that we have to put up with.
So fast.
She's power walking up there. Oh yeah, we get to see. Oh yeah, look at that. See?
The new queue line.
There's the Haunted Mansion. There's our new queue line. What's that huge building over there? Oh, that's that new thing they built out of perspective. Oh, yuck. It's huge. Look at that. That's the same size as the mansion, pretty much. That's ridiculous. Forced perspective the wrong way. Okay. So they extended it out the back and then removed this part. Added this nice little overhead for some shade. That's nice. Early in the morning, the wait time's never long. This is an absolute people eating machine. So it's only 5 minutes right now. Barely nothing. Now, people that come here often know this. As soon as you walk in this door, this is the best smell ever right here. It's dank, water, moisture, condensation. I don't know what it is. Mixed with old air ducts. It produces this like dank smell. But man, when you get here, you walk into this building and you know you're in Pirates. And it's a good smell for me. I like it. But it's an odd smell for most people. Oh, look at those air gates. Stay off the air gates. So this is the Blue Bayou restaurant on the inside. You can access it from the Royal Street behind. It's really good. I like to eat there. It's really expensive though. But if you ever get a chance to eat there, go ahead. And then you can videotape people floating in the boats nearby.
Strike your feathers, dearie. Show them your flock.
Hey, send it hens to Davy Jones.
Quiet. Fool him, I did, my God. Search all you want, Captain Jack Sparrow. You'll never find the treasure without a look at this here. skull diary and was singing to them. Nick, sing out to me, arms, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I raise a toast.
That was not much of an epic drop. Used to be a gift shop. That's where the Haunted Mansion gift shop came in, though. It's a nice area.
It's crazy.
Okay, so we're done in this area. We're heading over to the Jungle Cruise next, where I get some of my best jokes from. I love Jungle Cruise. It's outstanding. Some of you know what I mean. Hello.
Before we get started, has anyone seen the movie based on this ride? Yeah, the Titanic? Beautiful. Make sure we don't say anything for those who haven't seen it, okay? Well, first, if we look over to the left here, look at ducks, and behind that, you'll find a tiger. Now, that there is a Himalayan tiger, which honestly doesn't make any sense because right now, I'm a stand-in. So it really makes no sense at all. The only thing that does make sense around here is that concrete evidence of elephant sightings. Yeah, that's some real solid evidence there, huh? Oh, and look at that. Who would have predicted this? And a little bananas. Yeah, friends, you know what? This actually doesn't look too appealing. Yeah, I think it's best that we're waiting for. We are now getting ready to enter the backside of water. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick moment here. Again, I'm gonna take just a small. I remember not that long ago. And what's a Jungle Cruise without a Jungle Cruise? Yeah, we definitely heard a lot today, right? Heard some hippos and monkeys and birds. But you know what I heard the most out there today? Crickets. Yeah, I didn't know we had them.
Very true. Unfortunately for this Jungle Cruise, I'm going to give the skipper a 3 out of 10 on that one. I'm sorry, but nothing was hitting. That boat was silent. Like, oh, there was not even a chuckle out of some of those. Ooh, not good. Oh well. On to Indiana Jones. Okay, well, Lightning Lane, we were here for the wrong time. We thought it was 9:15. It's actually 10:15. So we're going in standby because it's only a 15-minute wait. When you're in line for Indiana Jones, there are 2 sides of it. So go up the side and nobody's waiting yet. You're right there. And the line will go a lot faster. Indiana Jones, great ride. Like that ride. Love the ride. It was
One of the best rides at the park.
one of the best rides at the park.
Longest queue line at the park.
Yep, like queue line's like a quarter mile long. I was told when this was first installed that it was super realistic, like a Jeep off-road ride. So much so to the point where insurance said, no, you can't do that, and they had to tame it down for the general public. That's too bad. I would have paid a lot of money to ride the ride like that, you know. I would have signed whatever waiver I needed to. So we're heading over to the BTMR right now, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I guess the French toast sandwich? Yeah. Sorry.
Do you want to drink?
Like the one in Indiana Jones. Check this out. We got our own little table here where we're eating. Where are we eating?
Tavern, a Red Rose Tavern
Red Rose Tavern.
in Disneyland Fantasyland. Used to be Pinocchio.
Yeah, this used to be Pinocchio's. I remember it as Pinocchio's, but now it's Red Rose Tavern. This is cool. We got our own little private table. Okay,
Oh,
I got
right.
a French toast sandwich here and some tater tots. Got some tater tots and eggs, tater tots and eggs, tater tots, eggs, and a Mickey waffle. How much
No,
did all
that's
this
a Mickey
cost?
pancake.
Sorry, a Mickey pancake.
$70-ish.
$70. Okay. We're looking here. If you finish the tater tots, no one should, honestly. This is probably, what, 1,200 calories?
It's a lot of bread.
Yeah, it's super thick ton of bread here. This is probably at least 1,200, maybe 1,400 calories sitting here for breakfast. All right, we're doing the teacup thing. Got Sun in here. We're going to figure out just how fast we can go on this thing.
Matterhorn has scaffolding on it.
Matterhorn does have scaffolding on it.
There's hard hats and
The key thing with these rides is underneath here, there can't be anything here that will catch you, because this will suck you around into the machine basically and cause damage, like life damage. So that has to be good. But other than that, everything's good. We're closed, ready for our minute to win it.
Make sure we remain fully seated in those seats at all times. Thank you.
What do you think?
I got hard to spin, yo.
Is anyone motion sickness? Hopefully not. If so, you're going to want to skip this part of the video.
Yeah, you might want to skip over this.
Yeah, you might want to skip it.
We're not responsible for any barf on your screen.
No, don't barf on your phone. Come on, get in there. Rip that thing out. Come on.
I'm getting it.
Pull it.
I'm getting there.
Come on.
We're getting.
You got to work at these things. Come on.
This is hurting my fingers. Let's go to the gym. We go here.
And then they apply the brakes.
And then follow the signs to the
Pretty good brakes, huh?
Atop, please visit us again.
Okay, we got done spinning. We had fun. We're in line for Alice in Wonderland now. It's a classic dark ride. Love it. Over here looking at the Matterhorn. Here lots of grinding going on. Got scaffolding up. Trying to protect something they're doing in the mountain over there. Lots of grinding here right behind the counter, right behind the wall that they've got up over there. Well, can't ride it this time. That's one of my favorites. Alice in Wonderland. Classic dark ride. All right, so let me walk you around a little bit on a dark ride. Give you a couple of little tips here. So first thing we got here is the rail that's in the center. Right next to the rail are the two conductors that the brushes pick up on. The brushes are located just underneath the coach down there. The coaches are rear-wheel drive inflated tires. And then right there is the unlock for the restraints. You see them right there. That center rail that it's guiding off of is actually railroad track. It's actually the same stuff that they use over on Main Street for the railroad cars to guide off of. So when they retrack this, which they do every 5 to 10 years somewhere in that area, they simply just use railroad track. And they bend it up, and then they can use the conductors on the side. The blocks are real simple. They're just hurry up and wait blocks. As soon as the block in front of it is clear, they advance into the next one forward and so on until they meet one of the operators. Where the operator gives a signal to advance It's funny, the kids went over there and they were waving hi to the guy up, doing up to some grinding up there, and waved back, and they said, hey, just standing there. And I'm like, well, they're grinding, which probably means they're doing some welding, which means that guy's probably on fire watch. Fire watch guy just has to stand there.
It smells amazing right here.
It does smell amazing. It's popcorn. But that fire watch guy just has to stand there and make sure that there's no fire breaking out. That's his job. But yeah, typically when you're doing hot work, you have a designated fire watch guy just standing there, not doing anything other than just looking for a fire. Moving over to It's a Small World. It's not a small line.
Not a small line at all.
Not a small line. It is a big line.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay, so we nixed It's a Small World, and we're going to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That ought to be fun. 35-minute line, but it's indoors, so not
Indoors,
bad.
air conditioning.
Indoors, air conditioned,
Fun
all
queue
that
line.
stuff. Nice queue line, very nice. So as you're waiting in line in here, it turns out the props are all kind of interactive. They go through and do stuff. Mickey's hat lifted off. Illuminated lifted off. The phone was ringing over here. When it first came up, there was a ghost in the mirror, and it made the prop run up there on the airplane.
Okay, good.
That's cool. Okay, did Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway? That was a fun one. I always enjoy that one. Honestly, I probably enjoyed that more than Rise of the Downtime. Just because Rise is constantly broken. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like they put too much stuff in it, but I enjoy Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. Really good.
it breaks down a lot. I still think the Star Wars one is better.
Star Wars is better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
We'll
it
see.
more. I think it has better theming, better ride elements to it.
It's got a longer line and breaks down more often.
Yeah, but like, who cares, you know?
Anyways, we're heading over to Space Mountain next.
Is it Hyperspace Mountain or is it Space Mountain?
It's just Space Mountain.
Just Space
Just Space Mountain, not Hyper.
Mountain?
Hyper is when they add the Star Wars overlay stuff to it, which I'm not a fan of that either. So maybe it's just me.
But then we came back to Autopia. Your cell phone?
I always enjoy a good ride to Space Mountain. Got off of it. Son wasn't having too much fun though. I kept narrating the entire time. I'm sitting there on the track going left, left, right, down, up. He's like, you spend too much time on No Limits. I'm like, yeah, it's probably true. Back when I used to have No Limits. I recreated that ride, so like I know pretty much every inch of it. It's ridiculous. Son was saying it's crazy how you remember that stuff. No Limits, the first one anyway, it was so long ago. And I was like, yeah, that was pretty crazy. But you know what? It also helps to remember the soundtrack and stuff like that, which I grew up on the, not grew up, but I mean, I was really used to the Dick Dale soundtrack. That one was awesome. Dick Dale, the king of surf guitar, playing the original Space Mountain soundtrack, which was awesome. Absolutely great. Okay, we had to stop for some Mickey-shaped pretzels. $6.50 a piece. Lots of salt. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
These are probably 500 calories each. All right, we're here at the wishing well. We're throwing money into the wishing well. We're wishing. This is a nice area on the side of the castle, really. Jeez, holy crap.
You guys know that there's a ghost right here?
There's a ghost here?
Ghost.
Where is the ghost?
According to YouTube in like 2017, there's a ghost right here.
You can't trust YouTube.
Oh, no, you can.
People like me are on YouTube.
You can trust anything.
No, you can't. Where'd they see it? Over here somewhere?
They said it's right next to Grumpy.
Right next to Grumpy?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, there's a frog right there.
Yep, there is a frog right there.
YouTube told me that. Fun fact.
There it is.
Watch a lot of YouTube. I should probably stop watching.
It'd be fun to come back here and do actual ghost hunting. See if there's anything here. That would be interesting.
Sneaking an EMF reader into the park?
I don't think you need to sneak it in. You just have to arrange that with the PR person, which I doubt they would let you do. We're going in through the side of the castle. Back over this way.
Stand there. Do this.
S-O-N. Say, girls can't tell me what to do. Okay. Walking over here to the castle. If you walk through the castle, you come across to right here, and you'll find this. Well, how everyone likes markers, this is a marker. It's just permanent. This is a geographical marker for Disneyland. It's also known as Zero. It's the center. It's everything. When Walt said he wanted to build, he came out here and stuck the flag down in that exact spot. And that became the zero datum for the entire park, which is still there and still referenced in measurements as well. Interesting, right? We're going to do Snow White's Enchanted Journey in reverse. Some rides have a lot to look at in reverse, some not. Lots of overhead lighting you notice in these things. Lots of black lights. I like watching the animatronics turn back around after you pass by them. That's fun. Everything resets when you leave the scene. Okay, we just went on, what is it? Snow White's Daring Journey? No, it used to be Scary Journey. Now I think it's Daring. Snow White's Enchanted. I don't know what the name of the ride is. It used to be Snow White. It's now Snow White, but I don't know. Honestly, the movie that came out ruined it for me. I don't understand why this one still needs a man at the end. I'm so confused. I don't understand it. It's crazy. So confused. Well, we tried going back to It's a Small World again, but man, It's a Small World is not a small line at all. I can't believe we're going to have to use a lightning lane to go on It's a Small World. That is just nuts, in my opinion. I've never used something like that to go on It's a Small World, of all things. Come on. Okay, so we're going to try to take the train here at the Toontown Junction. But this is going to be a rough one because notoriously no one ever gets off at this stop, which means like you can't ever get anybody onto it. So this is like the worst train stop out of all of them for some reason. I don't know why. No one ever gets off here though. Well, we ended up catching the train. Waited up 20 minutes there. Wasn't too bad. And we got off at the New Orleans station over here, and now we're going to go over here to Tom Sawyer's Island, mess around over there, which is kind of interesting. I haven't been here for many years. It's been a long time. Not since these two were really small. It's the last time we were over here, really.
Last time I saw this place, there's a big bird on fire over it.
When the dragon burnt down?
On fire.
Well, we weren't here when it was on fire.
We weren't here the last time I saw this island.
Last time we were out that way, the Maleficent thing for Fantasmic was still smoking, pretty much. The raft is the only way to get over to the island. There's normally two of them running. They run every couple minutes. And yes, it's a real raft. It really floats. It's not on rails. It's a gas-powered engine running the thing. Yeah. It's one of the only things close to an actual boat on this river. Been a long time since I've been on this island. The bridge isn't open today, but they have a suspension bridge. They've got a cave thing that we walked through earlier. Dead Man's Grotto. And you can get up pretty high on this island. You can't get pretty high on this island. I know what some of you are thinking. But you can get up high in altitude on this island. How's that better? Better. Okay. We're at the tippy top up here.
I think Tiana's Bayou broke.
Tiana's Bayou broke down?
We just lost our lightning lane.
Oh man. Tiana's down. That's too bad. I was hoping to get that breakdown credit today. There's the where Mickey pops out at the end of Fantasmic. That's that guy right there. The hatch slides back and jumps out. It's a nice view up here. If you've never been out here, come explore. It's really nice. Where else can you find rocks with junction boxes? Oh, and a lizard. Lizard, lizard, lizard. Hi, lizard. What? What are you staring at? Stay off the air gates. This is again one of those things that's like Rivers of America, unchlorinated water. Tiana's Bayou Adventure over there, chlorinated water. Tiana's Bayou Adventure time. Here we go.
Go to the roadside, a bit behind.
And then we're gonna wait for our turn.
Still looks the same to me almost. Son wanted to ride the front row, and I'm in the second row. And there's daughter, and this is the ride mechanic. Now, hardly anybody back there. I'm heavy, so
Take a picture of us.
this is gonna plow into the water like bad. Oh.
She's dead.
Uh-oh.
Hey, y'all.
She's got that look on her face like someone just told her she's going to be doing this forever, and she's rethinking life's decisions right now. That's an interesting look.
Thanks for helping me look for musicians for our party tonight.
What a surprise. It wasn't working. This is my shocked face. course, with the hands up.
Oh yeah.
Water rides make me wet.
Tiana was right. There are musicians out here that are cooking.
They can play. No doubt. We'll ask them to join the band for sure.
This Aurora band can jam.
I take it she got her shoes wet. Oh yeah, that's wet. She's gonna hate the July trip.
It's always that drop.
It's always that drop.
This joint is hopping.
These tiny musicians you found really bring the heat.
That's fine. We didn't need guide wheels. It's fine.
Cause the bigger you are, the bigger the splash.
What do we say? I don't want to lose my phone.
I am so drained.
Woo! How'd everyone do back there?
Okay.
How are your
Okay.
shoes, Mom?
Soaking wet.
Shoes are soaking wet, huh? All right.
Completely fine.
What was that?
My shoes are completely fine.
Oh,
I thought I got these covers.
I'm wet, but like I said, water rides make me wet, so. I'm so wet. This ride makes me so wet. I'm just unbelievably wet on this ride.
Out. That's probably not good.
Don't get water right in your mouth.
Beignets are for guests. What? I knew y'all would make a big splash at this party. See y'all again soon.
Are her sunglasses on upside down? Kind of look like they're on upside down.
They do look like they're on upside down.
I guess they're on right side up.
What?
All right. So, what was your thoughts on Tianas?
I think it's a very good runner-up for Splash Mountain. I still think Splash Mountain better, but that's because I'm biased and I grew up with it. This ride's probably 10 times better than Splash Mountain if you look at it from an outside view. I think Splash Mountain's better.
Okay. Well, I was a little disappointed that I didn't get an evacuation off of it because everybody else gets an evacuation off of it. And but I was a little bit happy that I got to see at least one animatronic breakdown because it's so plentiful on this ride. It'd be a shame if we missed it.
Yeah, there's only like 27 animatronics on this whole ride.
There's a lot more than that on there, and they're the big, T-1000 Terminators. I don't know what they are.
AI robots.
I think the only thing they're going to kill is the Disney budget.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
There's a lot more water. A lot more water than Splash Mountain ever had.
It did seem like water rides make me wet. It just seemed to get me wetter.
Yeah.
I just got wetter. The water was wetter on this ride for some reason.
Indubitably so. Had more H2O in it.
What's the next ride we're going to?
I think Winnie the Pooh,
Winnie the Pooh.
which we conveniently just walked past. So I have no clue what we're doing.
That's where we're going. All right, let's ask. Hold on.
Not pull down on the safety bar, please. I will lower it for you. And heed this warning. The spirits will materialize only if you remain safely seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And watch your children, please. And hot and cold, running chills. Shh. Listen.
Awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Reeds and crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
There's a little matter I forgot. Beware of hitchhiking ghosts. They have selected you.
Alright, got done with the Haunted Mansion. Always a fun one. I like doing that stuff. The Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, that stuff are always good rides. This gift shop they made out there, it's a nice little gift shop. I agree with everyone else, though. It's way out of scale compared to the building. And it does...
They did not do that gift shop well.
Well, yeah.
Compared to the design of it.
The forced perspective just doesn't work with it up close. It doesn't work well at all, unfortunately. But I understand they had limited space to do it in, so... Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? Next stop is Son's favorite thing at the park, which is the beignet stop.
Actually, it's daughter's popcorn.
Oh, we're doing popcorn first, then beignet? Okay. Oh, yeah. Order your beignets early, and it still takes like half an hour, 45 minutes to get them. Huge line for them, so. Favorite thing right there. Nope. Beignet. For those who don't know, this is basically a
fried dough and powdered sugar.
Fried dough and powdered sugar, right?
That's amazing.
They come in a bag. There's 6 of them in there. They're Mickey Mouse shaped.
I'm going with 2 left.
The bag is filled with powdered sugar. Yep, and they're always fresh. And there's what, $10 for that? I think it was. $10 for 6 of those.
They sell different sizes.
And they got different sizes, but each one of those is probably what, 300 calories?
I don't know. They're good though.
Probably 300 calories.
They're definitely not healthy.
And Son has a history of wearing a black shirt and eating these, and they drip white powder all over the shirt when you eat them. So just a heads up. But they are quite good. It's kind of like this park doesn't really have funnel cakes, although they might at the front. But it's kind of the equivalent of a funnel cake for this park. I don't think they do, though. No funnel cakes, right? Yeah. Yeah, for congestion-wise, this is the worst area of the park right here. Right at this exact corner between that store and the Tiki Room, which is down for refurbishment right now. It's always the worst bottleneck. People that always just go to Florida have no idea how much stuff is shoehorned into this little tiny park. Well, we finally made it on It's a Small World, so hey, we had to use a lightning lane to do it. Whatever. Okay, that was enough. I felt like we didn't need a whole bunch of that song, but I still wanted to record stuff on the ride. One of the things I do enjoy doing, honestly, is looking down behind the scenes, kind of down over the side, and just seeing what I can see down there. Lots of cover-up stuff, see how the things are anchored down into the ground. This is a very, very old attraction, so you're going to see stuff that's just been there forever. Lots of black shrouds over things. And then I, of course, poke at things behind where you can see just little, your standard little Dayton motor gearboxes running a lot of these animatronics. Simple cord plugs, nothing fancy on these rides. Here's a behind the scenes in the maintenance area, a service track that goes out there so they could go work on the boats. You see the dry dock back over there where they could lift them out of the water to inspect them. And then back into some more stuff of the ride. Now this is one of the things that I do. I look way far in the back areas, the areas that most people don't try to focus on. The return of the maintenance area right there. Tried getting down low to see, but I couldn't do it. Anyways, I look at those areas where people typically tend not to look. And that's what I like to see. I like to see those areas. It's the same thing when I go to amusement parks. I like to look in the areas that people don't normally see. Around the corners, behind things. Is there trash piled up there? Are there old parts and pieces sitting around? Like, that really shows you how a park is maintained in those areas. This ride's simple enough. It's got a lot of little booster motors underneath the in the water trough there. So there's a good chunk of service work there, and the rest of these little motors and stuff like that are, I believe, are mainly serviced by the props department, or the people that come by and service all the animatronics, which is different from your ride mechanics. Those are different things. They have people that do the animatronics, they have people that do rides, people that do sound, people that do lighting. Disney has a lot of departments to keep everything working. The lighting in this place is ridiculous because I can't even imagine going to these show buildings and working, 100 feet off the ground. Some, I think, are serviced from the rooftop side, too. Makes it a little easier. Now, fun fact behind Alice in Wonderland is a maintenance shop. So it's one of the centralized maintenance shops to park. So when you need to repair stuff, you can go behind Alice in Wonderland and repair stuff. Okay, came to the Plaza Inn for dinner. Got some nice stuff. They got some pasta over there, chicken, salmon. I'm going for the salmon. And pot roast. Got a nice variety here. That'll be good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we got pasta, salmon, salad, more pasta, some sodas and stuff. Everything came out to about $85, so we're still running about $25 a person. $22, $25 a person for food. It's really not bad when you think about it. All right. I don't think any of us like the food.
Oh, I hated mine.
Yeah, I think everyone didn't like the food. No, we actually all liked the food. It turns out it was really good. We come to Plaza Inn all the time when we come to Disneyland, so definitely recommend Plaza Inn. Right here at the end of Main Street. Get a nice view of the castle over there, or the Matterhorn, or any of these other rides. Highly recommend it. A lot of people think we're crazy. We only came to Star Wars Land to get coffee. Is it good? Have you had it yet? Live review. Hold on.
Those Cocoa Puffs on top?
Looks like Cocoa Puffs.
It's good.
It's good, she says. Okay. It's good. All right, so let's go Star Wars Land and go back to Pirates of the Caribbean. Arr! Hey, what's a pirate's favorite letter? It be the C. Come on. Here's the Mark Twain passing by. This is a legitimate boat, kind of. It's on a track.
It's on a track.
It's on about 3.5 feet of water, but it is a real steam-powered engine. And the paddle in the back is actually pushing it forward. So you got real steam pushing real paddles on a boat that does float, but it's on a track 3 feet underwater. We stopped for a quick treat over there and got a famous Dole Whip over on the back side of the Tiki Room. Then we headed over to Autopia. My driver kind of looked suspicious. Try to drive good.
You mean well?
Gooder.
Better?
Gooder. Drive better than gooder. Drive more better. Drive more better gooder.
I drive amazing.
Okay, just got off
Best smelling
Autopia.
ride in the park.
Best smelling right in the park because he likes the smell of exhaust.
Yeah.
Just got off Autopia. As you can see, Mrs. the Ride Mechanic was driving, and that was like, I could have died! Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to Astro Blasters now. See if I can score on that. Score!
Mission accomplished, Space Rangers. It's been an honor serving with you. Check the status board and determine your rank.
Did pretty good, right? What? I think we did pretty good.
We did a ride back to Star Tours real quick, and we were pointing out how much dirt and dust was built up in the vents on those things. That's a lot over the years of service of that ride. Okay, just got off of Star Tours. It was an exact repeat of before. Kind of disappointing. Oh well. I was thinking maybe the people were going to react differently and we're going to have a better thing. Nope. Nobody else cared either. Let's try a different Star Wars now. Let's go to Smugglers Run.
Don't press that. No. Don't press it. No.
Before this, I couldn't even spell engineer. Now, I like cake.
Stick to fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly out. And push forward to fly down. Weapons are online. Left pilot. Hit the boosters.
Oh no!
Yes, you got one. Excellent, my friend. Power up the ship.
I got this.
Go axiom. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Now that the
Get it, daughter.
Resistance has what they need, maybe a little something for unknown pilots. Line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Runners, shoot the train.
I got this.
Keep mashing those controls. Yeah. The cargo's in there. Keep shooting. My friends.
Uh-oh.
Yes. We got the coaxium. I am the Tavern. You keep up to the train. Gunch. Oh, that's good. Things are getting too hot. Get out of here. A distraction. Fire the missiles at the train. Hurry. Pilots, evasive maneuvers. We've got company.
Hyperdrive failed my ass. I'm pushing buttons. I'm good at pushing buttons. Oh, don't. I can ride mechanics push buttons. I know how to do it. Oh, you go there too. Oh, yeah. You want to be like that? Right.
I didn't.
Yes, Joy will pilot us in. Remember, you retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This would greatly help the resistance.
Is this good or bad?
First order, and
I don't know.
make Joy proud. Now after my modest profit, your cut, minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is... Hey, not bad.
85%? It's not bad.
Better. Yeah, we did 18% last time. You can see the damage.
That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. So, your thoughts on the ride?
It was. I could see it being a better ride depending on what situation you're in. I was a gunner, and it was kind of lame because we just sat there with my finger over a button the entire time. Where you look at other people like an engineer or a pilot, you're doing more substantial stuff to guide the aircraft. Where I'm just sitting there with my finger over a button shooting stuff. Which you can hold down too, so it's not that fun.
I had an okay time with it. Like I said, I was engineer. Yeah, I agree with it. Not too much to do, but it's supposed to be one of those team effort things. You know, 6 people, team. There is no I in team,
Nope.
but there is a me. That's true.
It's backwards, but yeah.
How are they walking so fast? We gotta
Oh,
run.
man.
How did you get ahead so fast? Okay, we did, last ride of the night was Indiana Jones. We rated it, just son and I. And I had this idea. I was like, you know what? I opened up my Apple Watch and I turned on the noise monitoring because it said loud noise to start the ride. So the scene where the snake was, where the snake bites the car basically, that was 108 decibels. In that scene, 108 decibels, that is flipping loud. The rest of the scenes mainly averaged right around 102, 101, 102 decibels. And the quiet parts are like 98, 99 decibels. Just goes to show you how loud rides are. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this one. Stay off the air gates. See you tomorrow. Back way out of the area. Oh look, some nice Jungle Cruise stuff. I always like the maintenance areas. Son just said it's the backside of Jungle Cruise. That's funny.
Backside.
Yep. Now here's something to consider as you're walking around amusement parks. If you're stuck behind slow people walking, every time you take a short step that's not your natural stride, it really messes up your knees and stuff like that. I don't know why, but like when I'm walking in slow traffic, my knees get all messed up and I have to speed back up and then my legs feel fine. Maybe someone could tell me why that is.
Really good view room.
Okay, in line for security, day number 3.
First queue line of the day.
First queue line of the day. Today's a travel day, so we're going to be heading out of the park here just a handful of hours back to the airport, but we're going to see what we can do today. Actually, we have early admission into the park, but we have at 8 a.m. breakfast at Mickey and Minnie. Or is it
Minnie and Friends, the Plaza Inn.
Breakfast with Minnie and Friends at the Plaza Inn. It's a character dining experience,
Buffet.
and it's a buffet style thing, so we're going to go there. We've done it before. It's a nice thing, especially if you have kids and they want to see a bunch of characters. They all come around to the tables, so it's really nice. It's an upcharge, of course, but it's honestly worth the money, especially if you have little kids. It's great.
How's the study hall going?
Oh, great. Into Disneyland. First thing in the morning. You got the early admission, like I said. And it's still nobody here. It's awesome.
Dog, what?
Doing some sort of a shoot. There's been a ton of content creation and stuff due to the 70th. You know, because the 70th officially starts tomorrow. So, yep. Let's go do some dark rides in Fantasyland.
That would not be good for your money.
It's Carabelle style. I can't tell if it's her. It's her.
Okay, first ride of the day. We're going for Peter Pan. Yeah. This is actually a good ride. It's always a very long line. It's always
like 40 minutes plus.
40 minutes to an hour is always this line, and the queue is right here in full sun all day, so it kind of sucks to wait in. So, rope drop, first thing, come over here to Peter Pan, in line with everybody else. We're running, we're clawing, we're pushing people out of the way. We're throwing kids in the trash cans.
Kids into trash.
Kids can't swim, we're throwing them in the water. And we're just punching people in the throat to get here. You know, Disney adult stuff, right?
She got it, that's all that matters. She doesn't mind.
Son had a good comment. He said every Disney dark ride smells the same, and I'm like, yeah. What is that smell?
Paint, maybe. I don't know.
Something. It's kind of musky. We were noticing yesterday a lot of the filters or a lot of the vents have just a ton of dust built up inside of them, but honestly, it's kind of normal for vents. Off to Dumbo. Literally walk on ride. This is good. Sun up there. Absolutely. Got in the base inside there some lifting cylinders. Yeah. There's your sweep arm that comes out. Yep. The leveling joint right there at the side keeps the elephant's Dumbo's pretty level. So that arm transmits through the side. Goes all the way through the center of the sweep arm. You can see those rods down there at the bottom. And they have dampers in, dampers out. That prevents people like me from doing this number and getting them to hop. The fun fair rides, you can do this. There's no delay or cushioning, and you can get the whole thing to hop. It's really fun, but rides like this, not so much. Just enjoy the view. And we're coming back down for landing. It's pretty good at how much speed they're able to scrub off this thing quickly. Thanks for riding with me. Okay, on to the character breakfast. This is what the other side of the rope drop looks like. but we're heading back to the Plaza Inn right there. That's where we had breakfast, or that's where we had dinner last night, following Clarabelle. That's where we had dinner last night, but this is also where the Minnie's breakfast is. So
Home of the best breadsticks in Disneyland.
Best breadsticks in Disneyland. Yep, there we go.
Oh, nice. Welcome. How are we doing this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Well, let's wait till they officially open.
Okay, getting ready. They got the characters lined up on the inside. We're actually at the very front of the line. This place does get a pretty big line first thing in the morning. So you want to make sure, if you come do this, that you have reservations or be prepared to wait a long time to come in. Got Chip and Dale running around, and here's our table. It's a buffet style, so we're gonna go hit the buffet. Okay, so we got the normal breakfast stuff. There's eggs, there's some cereal here. There's some pastries over here. Yogurts, more pastries. Stuff to put on top of pancakes and things like that.
Thank you.
Got your sodas over there, of course. Looks like some waffles, French toast. Looks like some good stuff there. Looks like some waffles, 2 types of eggs, some chicken, some bacon, biscuits, French toast, biscuits, some potatoes there, yogurt. Oh, you got a cinnamon roll? Cinnamon roll, milk, all good stuff. Okay, we got done at the plaza for the Minnie's breakfast over there. That was really good. We are going to head now over to Indiana Jones again.
It's still only 30 minutes. Let's go.
It's a 30-minute wait. So we're going to go on that one again. We only got a handful of hours here, unfortunately, before we got to head out for the day. Old news, but they removed the pole. The pole no longer is there. Of course, nothing else works in this room. Probably cheaper that way. Shouldn't say still works. I should say it hasn't been taken out yet.
And to keep you safe and sound, here are special belts attached into the seats. Simply pull it from the right, inserting it into the left, like so. You see the excellence of this invention. Your off-road journey is high speed and turbulent, going over rough and rugged terrain, and then suddenly you are turning sharply and dropping suddenly. It is unlike anything you have ever experienced, I assure you. Now, my friend, one final...
Indiana Jones for the day. That's a good one. Always love this ride. Son brought up a good question. It's like, I wonder when they're going to tear this one out. That got me thinking. I was like, why would they tear this one out? Room expansion? Maybe. I could see outdated system technology, but then I could see that just being updated as well. I can't really see why they would tear this one out. Dinosaurs at Florida is just getting an overhaul into the Indy.
But then there's a thing, you know what they do with Rock and Roller Coaster, how people don't know.
Well, they could.
Aerosmith isn't as
culturally relevant anymore.
Yeah. They might do it with this ride once it gets like 10 plus years.
They could also lose the Paramount IP licensing for Indiana Jones. Yeah. But then I could just see it, I don't know, turning into something else, a different Disney thing, and just getting an overlay on top of it, essentially.
Like Kermit Goes to the Jungle?
I don't know. I don't know what it would be. Huh. Food for thought. On our way to Haunted Mansion next. Okay, getting on Winnie the Pooh. First time the trip. We tried going over to Tiana's Broke Down Adventures over there, but it was broken down, of all things. Like, I thought that was strange. It's like, weird, broke down. Yesterday when we were on it, we noticed that, they have a cast member stationed at the base of the main lift, the final lift. And then they didn't advance 3 boats onto the lift like they used to in Splash Mountain, only 2. It seems like a dead block in the center. So I'm wondering if they're having issues with the lift right now. Dark ride time. All right, this is a newer style dark ride track where it has the single guide rail fin in the center.
One blustery day, in a hundred north, a little bear named Winnie the Pooh set off in search of honey.
Hang on tightly, Roo.
Happy Winnie Day!
If you don't like my present, I'll take it back. Kids just love giving presents. Wasn't that fun?
It really went down. They had a queue line here and they cleared the queue. And anytime an park decides to clear the queue out, it's not a good thing. That means it's probably 45 minutes to an hour of repair time when that happens. Because mechanics go, nope, clear it, need to take it down. Okay, there's the Haunted Mansion shop right next to the Haunted Mansion. As you can see,
Pretty much the same size building.
the perspective all looks wrong. The shop looks flippin' huge compared to it. And there was a sign out in front of Tiana's that said it will be closing early tonight. It's just
Oh yeah, that broke down.
it's they just didn't know it'd be closing this early at 9:45 early. Okay, we're in line for a churro, and I made the joke. There's 4 flavors: classic, glazed, dropped on the ground, and recovered from the water. I thought that was pretty funny. What do you guys think?
I thought it was.
We stopped for so son can get a beignet again because he loves those things, and this is typically how he works. He wears black and gets
all over
powdered sugar just all over the place.
Yep.
That's a normal look for him in a park like this. Black with white flake all over it. About normal.
It's the only way to do it.
But it's good, right?
It is amazing. I've had like 6 of these this trip.
Basically,
I'd say a healthy amount is like 0.
A healthy amount's 0, absolutely, absolutely. But these are basically, I don't know, donuts? They're just donuts covered in powdered sugar.
It's deep fried dough with sugar on it.
Yeah, that's what a donut is, deep fried with sugar on it. They're basically donuts. Okay, we're in line for Casey Jr. now.
Scariest ride in the park.
Scariest ride in the park.
Scariest ride.
I haven't been on this ride in, I don't know, 10, 15 years? It's a kid's train, but the front's actual diesel powered. Goes all around Fantasyland area. This one is kind of interesting though. It's kind of like a roller coaster. It's diesel driven, but it's got a chain lift hill to make it up to the top. So the diesel tug is just like an assist. So because of that, they've got, they basically have these inner guide rails that an up-stop device pretty much holds on to.
coat shirt back with 12 pumpkins.
Pretty nice. I rate this a 9.5 out of 10.
All right, we did a couple of the Fantasyland rides that we don't normally do. Casey Jr.'s, let's see, that was one that my wife and I originally gone on like one of our first dates. It was crazy, like 23 years ago now. And then the Storybook Cruise, Storybook Ride, I can't remember. But that's one we also haven't done since the kids pretty much grew up. So that was another fun one to do. We had some time, but not enough to go on a bigger ride before we got to head out to the airport.
All the bigger rides are also down right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of big rides down right now. It's not a good ride uptime morning so far. But now we're back to the default Disney mode, which is shopping.
Yep.
And then we'll be heading out shortly. All right, we're heading out finally. We came, we saw, we shopped, we had fun, did all normal stuff. Time for the airport. Entry to the Disneyland Hotel. Very nice.
I made sure too.
We always wind up at In-N-Out before we get to the airport. Everyone here loves In-N-Out, except for this guy. I don't like it. So we headed back out to the Long Beach airport, ended up taking off, and we had one layover, which was at Las Vegas, which is kind of normal for us. Normally take off California, whether it's Southern California or Northern California, and pretty much always stop in Vegas on the way back. We just prefer to go through there. There's the Strip, very nice. Got a Whopper. $8.66 there. And we headed back out. Taking off. Making our way around. Everyone was getting annoyed because as long as we're flying back east, I'm always saying eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Well, flying in this case, you know. All right. And then we're back home in Omaha, Nebraska at nighttime. I really appreciate you guys sticking around for this long. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. This isn't my normal video, but I have a little bit of everything coming out. It's one of those things that makes my channel good. All right, that's it. If you want to contact me, comment below. You can always email me at ryantherideMechanic@yahoo.com. And stay off the air gates. Bye.